lasagna.
Oh my goodness, I'm all messed up already. Uh, hey everyone, welcome to another Wildewitch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Wildewitch RP? That's me, Faye, game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and we created our own company. That way we can create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. And tonight we are playing D&D. This session features the Burning Veil storyline, set in our very own Velenar campaign setting. It's a deeply personal tale of trust, betrayal, magic, and magnificent ambition where the fate of the world hangs in the balance. With us at the table, we have several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord where you can find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, game master and storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, we get to meet our courageous and daring heroes after they've returned from some interesting developments. And we'll begin with an introduction for Bracken.
Hey everybody, it's me. I play Bracken. My name's Thresh. Bracken is a Kender monk fighter who don't take no guff and is really good at punching things, but not too good at talking.
Heck yeah. Next up for our introductions, let's learn of Avi.
Hi, I'm Chelsea. I play Avi. She's a half-elf bard sorcerer. She cares deeply about her friends. She is constantly quietly singing or humming, and she's just a little spooky.
Hell yeah, we love a little spooky.
Yeah, we do.
Next up for the introductions, let's learn of Cecil.
Hello, my name is Brent, and I play Cecil Darkholm. He has begrudgingly taken on a squire of sorts recently, but remains determined to help and protect his friends from the danger that surrounds them. And, yeah, he's kind of recovering from recent events. He misses home.
Heck yeah. Alrighty. And last but not least, let's get an introduction for Xander.
Hello, everybody. My name is Bo, and I play Xander. They are a changeling artificer sorcerer. And, man, do they have some feelings about last session, which we will get into.
We will definitely get into. But yeah, with that, we are able to dive into our session. Brief recap. Last time, you had been in Degranemsis, where you had been chatting with Desivara, the Oracle of Silence. You learned some things from her, including what truly went down with the Salvation Key. And if that was not enough, Carianthe herself seemed to have been present for such revelations, having possessed Matriana and expelled from the tiefling's body. Her glamours removed, showing just how deeply corrupted she has become. You ended up doing battle, and you did not side with her. And you came out as victorious as perhaps you could have been. With the angel Carianthe, now a virtue of her own right, absconding somewhere to another plane. You went back to Vale de Umbra, back to Gloomnor, to rest, to recover. With the invitation to join Desivara's sanctuary when you were ready. And while we have seen some of our heroes' responses, let's begin with the remaining responses to what has happened. Xander,
Mm.
let's hear your thoughts. How are you handling everything?
Well, I would say that I'm just gonna say hearing about what happened, especially to Natriana, um, they feel things in a very literal sense. They they don't really know if everything between the two of them was real. And so they keep doubting whether they should emotionally resign from what happened, if that makes sense, or if they should try to talk it out and see if there's still something left. Because in my eyes, they wouldn't know the difference between possession and then just a normal non-possessed person. They would think that the person who possessed the vessel, so to speak, was at the front instead of the actual person. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but they don't believe anymore that what Natriana and Xander had was real, which brings back a lot of negative memories. And then I think they are just dealing with a lot of distrust and underlying feelings of I don't know if I still feel safe here. Like, that's kind of what they're dealing with. And I hope it makes sense, but yeah, that's what they're processing.
Very valid emotions to have at a time like this. Very sort of turbulent in an emotional sense. So, Xander, you spend that time sort of processing, thinking through things. Cecil, how are you handling the aftermath?
Cecil had reflected on the last battle and the events that came around that deep into the previous evening. One of our companions was unconscious and needing protection, and another was more or less seemed to be incapacitated by shock or something with revelations, so he had taken up position to protect them alongside Ansel. The battle was raging between the rest of his companions and Kari, and Cecil knew that he was positioned correctly, but he still felt that same feeling he felt when Avi died, that like he could have or should have been able to do more than just stand still and wait for a moment to help that may never come. After that battle, when everyone returned to the manor to rest and recover, Cecil spent most of the evening in his room contemplating these feelings further. He opened his bedroom window and gazed into the dark, featureless sky where the moon should have been. He then found himself reaching towards his pocket where he had been keeping something that he had claimed from the Gezadul treasury. It was a small crescent-shaped gemstone, blue in color, on a simple silver chain, and he pressed that gemstone into his palm, and it felt cold to the touch, almost ice cold, and it strongly reminded him of what his sister's hands were typically feeling. It was welcome, somehow familiar, and it was almost like she was reaching out, and he was finally able to listen and accept that he could do more. So, in a silent wave of compassion, understanding, and reassurance, Cecil felt the moon's power wash over him, even far away in Belda Umbra. In his periphery, he thinks he sees the flash of the moon's outline in the sky as he places the necklace over his head, and he finally felt closer to home than he had in years. So, from that moment, Cecil would share in his sister's devotion to the moon and powers behind it. Even if he couldn't see it now, he could feel it. And Cecil has arisen as a cleric of the moon.
Heck yeah.
Ooh.
I'm sure that there are deities that are welcoming you there. When night, the conventional hours of rest at least here in Velda Umbra, a plane of eternal night. When it ends, you awake, breakfast is served, and there is a lack of one adventurer during that time. Osiris seems to have left once again.
Bracken will come down and make his usual rounds of making breakfast. And he'll note that did Ozzy leave his door open or anything like that?
I would say you would recognize this fact after making, like, he doesn't come down to
in
break
some
things.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So Bracken will go about his day as usual. And as the time approaches, he would probably approach the subject. In case anyone wants to do anything before.
Avi will come down and make note of it. She won't say anything either. It's the way that things were left between the two of them. It's a feeling of like good riddance. Like he thought that he was better than all of us, so we don't need him around. And on the outside, it seems normal, but Avi, when she woke up, there was obviously the presence of Ron there, but there was something else around that she just can't place a finger on. Feels like something following her. Every now and then, a slight nudge. She can't quite figure it out.
Anything different for the morning from Cecil or Xander?
I was going to talk to Natriana, but they believe that it's probably best to wait until later on that evening.
Okay.
Cecil comes down, bright-eyed, very positive demeanor, got an extra pep in his step, and just making sure everybody's okay.
Cecil's going to tell us about the good book.
Seemed chipper this morning, Cecil.
Yeah, it was a better night than expected, I think.
Well, good.
Want to see something cool?
Always.
I am going to cast a spell.
No.
I am going to cast Silent Image, and I want to make a cadrib flying around the room.
Okay.
Look at
Yeah,
I-
get him.
I would say that as this is happening, like, actual Cadrip walks in and, hey, you're not me!
I will make the flying cadrib stop and kind of like do the thing where he puts his thumbs in his ears and wiggles them around and sticks his tongue out at the real cadrib.
Cadrip
come
does
on
the
now.
same.
No, that's not polite, and you know it.
Yeah, Cadrib.
Cecil's got a big smile on his face, and he's gonna then fly the flying cadrib straight into cadrib, and as soon as they collide, he'll make it disappear.
Cadrip's, like, looking around. Where'd he go?
Here's a glare from Avi to Cecil.
Big smile.
I'm very happy for you, Cecil.
I think I figured some things out.
Good.
I'm subscribing to the moon deities. It's something my sister is very important to her, and it just felt like the time was right, and I needed a little something more.
That's wonderful.
I walked by Osiris' room because it's kind of the same thing he does, and his room is empty.
Yeah. I noticed.
Seemed like things were a bit tense.
Yeah, well, he's prone to flights of fancy, so, you know.
He told me he doesn't think we're strong enough for what comes next,
Ah,
and that he thinks he is.
well. Next time I see him, we'll beat him up. Show him how strong we can
If
be.
I never see him again, it'll be too soon.
Fair enough.
I cast guidance on Bracken as he makes breakfast.
No,
Amazing.
I'm extra guy. I'm led by the powers of the moon above to make a superior breakfast.
Damn.
There's less eggshells in it this morning.
Hell yeah.
Hark and beseeched upon ye, less eggshells in thine breakfast.
I drop concentration.
What the hell was that about?
I don't know, but it was a lot. I'm not doing it again.
Well, that's probably for the best. Anyway, enjoy your
the
food.
moon is helping with breakfast in the morning.
Hey, breakfast can be anytime.
Hey, you can
That's
get up
true.
early enough to make breakfast.
It's
Me?
the food that breaks your fast.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'll cook breakfast, but
There's a
you know,
whole house about it.
it won't look pretty, but it'll taste good. It's kind of my thing.
There's a house that's open 24 hours from where I'm from that makes breakfast all day.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is there a boxing ring behind it?
No, but there might as well be.
This sounds like a very interesting, dangerous place that I never wish to visit.
It's an exciting piece of Fey culture.
Mhm. Well,
Mm.
pardon my ignorance. I don't think I'll be shadowing the doorstep of that establishment anytime soon.
That's, well, that seems a little bit of a letdown, but alright.
Alright.
Ansel will speak up. So, what do you think our plan should be? Do we want to take more time to rest? Do we want to make our own plans for how to approach the situation before we involve ourselves with Desivara and everything else?
Might be smart to have an out, but I don't see us doing it without her.
The resources and the knowledge are almost too valuable to pass up.
And the fact that, the entire bit of animosity between us was based on a big old misunderstanding. And maybe we ought to give him a chance anyway.
Really nice to not have to watch over our shoulders for assassins.
Yeah, that would lift a weight. As far as when, it seems like one or two of us still needs a bit of time. Perhaps.
Ansel will nod. Then you are able to finish breakfast in your own time, which opens the day to conversations or other activities that you might wish to partake in the aftermath of what has been learned and experienced.
I would say, and I feel like it might be obvious, but Xander's demeanor has changed quite a lot. They're not as... Let's just say they may have gone back into their shell a little bit. And I mean, I'm sure Natriana would see, but I barely look at her.
Natriana, doesn't really come out of her room until later on in the day. Still kind of working off the aftermath of when Carianthe expelled herself from Natriana's body. Seemed to have taken a toll, not just on a mental level, but perhaps physical as well. But
I think if they ever exchange words, I think the most Xander would say is, I heard, are you okay?
I'm still here, which is definitely better than what it could have been.
Well, I'm glad you're still here, at least.
You feel the weight of her gaze as she watches you. But eventually she nods and... yeah.
Xander can't help it. They fully take her into their arms and they just hold on.
Feel where she will return the hug. Hi, Max. It's not terribly tight, and maybe that's due to the muscle fatigue, but her arms do wrap and return around you.
Is it okay? Maybe when you are feeling better, I want to talk. I just have some doubts, and I just want to make sure that you are still you.
I understand. Yeah.
And I think as Xander is still holding him, they will nuzzle their face into her neck and just whisper, I love you.
She holds tight and I hope that it doesn't turn out to be another dagger in your back. We'll talk more later.
Yes. I'll see you later, my love. And Xander will let her go and walk away.
Xander walks off. What else would people be doing this day? Would anyone be seeking out conversations or filling their time with certain activities? What do you all do?
Cecil's training Cadrib for sure.
Cadrib is here for it. He seems inspired by seeing the false Cadrib.
The false Cadrib.
Yeah. Why don't we get a... We'll make this athletics for running your little training session here.
That's a nat 20.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
You are in it. And Cadrib, he's doing pretty well to keep up with the what you are teaching. He's perhaps not quite on your level. He's running more off of spite than your more rejuvenated reserves, but he's holding his own.
Yeah, Cecil's going at his warhammer, 2 hands. Then he switches, he extends his spear. Now he's got a warhammer and a spear. He's really giving it to him.
And as your sparring match comes to an end, Cecil coming out victorious here. Cadrib breathing heavily, but he's been taking well to the sparring. No longer calling everything entirely unfair. Alright. Okay. I know. I saw your footsteps, and next time I'll be better. Next time I'm gonna beat you.
Well, that's the spirit. Is he a little beat up?
He is, yeah.
I give him a little cure wound.
No.
I heal him for
It's
3
really
points.
it's
It's a little cure wound.
Oh my god, I love it. And he seems to as he takes up have that own kind of pep as the cure wounds gets away all the bruises, and that felt really nice.
Cold, huh?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, I don't know what to
the
do about
river.
that. Yeah, it's just kind of part of the deal, I think.
Okay. And he seems to take that new information and focus on it for a few minutes.
You need a snack?
Oh, snack sounds good.
Alright, let's go find you a snack.
And so with that, you're able to head into the kitchens. From there, it's easy enough to get a snack. Either asking Miss Matilda or rooting through the pantries yourself. There's all sorts of... they have kept it very well stocked since hosting living figures here.
As he eats whatever snack he chooses, Cecil will give him a rundown on equipment maintenance and safety.
His eyes are wide as he very much seems to be trying to commit everything to memory.
Yeah, that'll go on for a while.
Half of it goes, like, in the ear and out the other, but he's trying.
Better than expected.
Avi, Bracken, are you guys doing anything special this day?
Bracken's using this more as a recharge day. So nothing too crazy. Bracken will go about, checking in with everybody, seeing if there's anyone in particular that needs, that looks like they need to check in or anything like that.
Give me an insight roll.
Insight. Six. Big old 6.
Alright, yeah. Everyone to Bracken's eyes seems to be handling this as well as they could be.
Hell yeah. That's pretty good. Bracken's gonna give himself a mental pat on the back as he continues his patrol of everyone's doing A-okay.
As Bracken, you are finishing out your patrol. There is the moment where you would spot Lorcan kind of sitting and whittling away at a piece of wood. You don't know where he found it.
What you got there, Larkin?
Oh, nothing much. Picked this up in the garden. Don't tell Silas.
Yeah, don't worry, I got no plans on telling anyone anything.
Just, sort of thinking over everything. Yeah, you all came back last night.
Yeah, I get that. It's been a weird couple days, to say the least.
Yeah. Yeah, weird couple days is, definitely a way to put it.
Yeah. So, I mean, if it's nothing you're working on, tell me about it. Come on, we got nothing.
It really ain't much, not yet at least.
What's it gonna be?
Don't quite know yet. Letting the wood talk to me. Just thinking on things. Especially that whole thing with Triona. I ain't really talked to her too much, but She seems alright, and, I know what it's like to be, not quite in your own body or your own mind, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just thinking things over. I might talk to her later on if she wants, someone with similar experience.
Yeah, that might be a good way to go about it.
What about you? What you
I
doing?
mean, I'm checking in to make sure everyone's okay. Frankly, you were the one that looked most out of whack from what I saw, but it could go any which way.
Well, I appreciate you checking in, and I'm sure the others do too.
Yeah, well, that's just kind of the guy I am.
Brecken,
Yeah.
I know you don't really talk too much about this, but, you got any family, or anything?
I mean, bits and pieces here and there. I got an uncle that was like looking after me and stuff, but that's all in the past at this point. You guys are my family now, I guess. I
Uh,
love you, say it, babe.
well, I'm glad that she's able to find your people,
Yeah. I do need to go back and pay them all a visit at some point, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. Well, whenever the fates seem to take you out there, you need backup, just let me know.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get around to it eventually.
I'm sure that you've got more patrols to be doing, more people to be checking in on. I don't need to be
Around we go, and Bracken will take off. And
So, as you leave Lorcan there to his own thoughts, his own devices, you can continue on your rounds, speaking with anyone that you might think needs it.
checking in with anybody and everybody.
You see Cecil and Cadrib in the kitchens having a snack.
Bracken will kind of peer in on that and just kind of see what's going on, but not really make too big of a move off of it.
You hear the talk of like armor upkeep, and you're like, I don't need that.
Yeah, boring. Lame, and he's gonna move off.
Avi, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
Well, I was watching the training from inside, from a window in a quiet room. But since that has ended, I've picked up a book and just kind of flipping through pages. And it's quiet, and I'm alone, and just flipping through, but all the while feeling that same presence, not just sitting by me, but like walking around the perimeter of the room, kind of patrolling. And it's getting to a point where I need to like stop and actually pay attention to it and figure out what the hell this is.
You'd like to do? Try and figure it out.
I'm gonna focus on where it might be and just kind of watch it for a minute. Watch the feeling.
I'd say roll for me a perception check here.
That's a natural 20.
What is it with you guys?
I don't know.
It's all the nat ones from the last session.
Yeah, no kidding.
As you try and focus in on the feeling, it's strange. Your eyes, instead of seeming to focus in, seem to unfocus for a moment as you see something just in between what's normally there, a almost collection of shadows. Go ahead, describe what your hound looks like.
He's like a Doberman. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
And he looks mean. Kind of beefy and emaciated at the same time, if that makes sense.
Not really. Go on.
It's the
just-
dehydrated
Yeah,
look that you get with all the ads.
yeah. He looks mean, but he doesn't feel threatening. And I think understanding that, Avi will be like, a puppy.
It's only for a brief moment that you see this while your eyes unfocus, but you have that impression so clear in your mind. And the sensation doesn't leave.
Your name's Arcturus. I hope you know that. You better answer when I call.
Just picturing the slow, like, head turn. Just drool.
This isn't Sandwich.
Hey, it's just the way this dog was described, you could have me fooled.
So,
I'll go back to reading. Just knowing that he's patrolling.
You just put him in his place. That's your name, I hope you know it. And then you turn a page.
I'll be hearing nothing on the matter. So, it would be at about this point, then I'm going to ask for everybody to make for me a perception check. It is based on hearing.
I'm too focused.
Yeah. What? Cecil and Avi here is just some normal sort of thud, house moves kind of situation. Easily something to write off. Xander, Bracken, you recognize it as something heavier than just your typical house settling kind of thud, but it was definitely something maybe falling or hitting into a wall. Something.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something.
You can go to investigate it, but you heard something.
We'll see. So it was something.
Yeah,
I
it was
know that
something.
much.
Yeah, you know it was something.
Bracken will make a move to go see what it was.
So Bracken's moving to head in. Xander, you had also heard that. Do you also go to move?
Yes.
All right. So, as the two of you are heading in, you do meet up to each other before reaching where the sound is.
You hear that?
Yeah. I
seem pretty bummed
begin
about it.
I begin to like move like some dark, very liquid like shadows, and I will prepare something for something jumps out to spook us.
Look at you making all them magics happen. You crazy.
Sure.
Yeah, Bracken will move forward.
Yeah, and you use your magical fists.
Bracken's
Ooh.
already moving.
As you move in, you would notice one of the many rooms with bookshelves. It's one of the studies in Lady Irithel's manor. And looking around, you would spot where Ansel is on the ground, sort of cradling what looks to be his foot, as if perhaps he dropped something on it, and you would notice that near to it, there is this very heavy tome on the ground.
Get him, Z, get him!
I will send out a chromatic orb.
Oh my god!
Okay. Roll me an attack roll. This is at disadvantage because your target is prone.
Okay. Disadvantage. Oh my god, just roll please. Thank you.
Alright, and then what sort of energy were you sending out?
I'm sending like a very shadow-like energy of like lightning. It still has like that crackling, but it's like black and like stuff like that.
Yeah, so as that hits, it strikes one of the bookshelves, and
Oh no.
cool. So the bookshelf that you strike, it's right at one of the actual shelves, which gives under the weight, tending more books tumbling down, which will Avi, Cecil, you hear this now again, a thud, but this is more of a rumbling.
Oh, I can figure it out.
What is going on?
I also just
Rushing in.
Xander just
There's a sort of shriek from Ansel as well, and God.
Xander, what are you doing attacking Ansel like that?
I'm
And Bracken will rush
sorry!
over to help
I'm
Ansel
sorry,
up.
okay?
What is going on?
Nothing!
Xander attacked Ansel.
No, I claim I claim nuh-uh on this
I'm not
because
even listening. I'm
this
hitting
is
to help
bullshit.
Ansel.
Yeah, I'm helping
And-
Ansel out of the pile of the books quietly.
Well,
while
maybe
defending
they shouldn't have
myself.
spooked me,
My
because
goodness.
then this wouldn't have happened.
It's everything else is somebody else's problem.
Oh,
of
shut
course.
up, Bracken.
I'm here trying to help my friend out of a pile of books, and you're trying to weasel your way out of trouble. So I don't know what to tell you, but that's the situation right now. You gonna help move these books, or you gonna keep? And Bracken's gonna keep moving books, and he's gonna tuck himself away, just trying not to
You
break into
just
laughter.
see Xander like pull out just a tiny like undead creature and just send it out to clean the books. Listen, I'm sorry. I didn't. Ansel, are you okay? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for that to.
Well, your attempts to defend the manor didn't strike me. Oh, I am much more bludgeoned by books than I was about maybe 3 minutes ago.
I still feel bad about it. I'm really sorry.
Apology accepted. As he's like leaning on it, Avi, who's helped him up here, still hissing when too much pressure is put on his foot. Just need to sit down for a moment.
Yeah, you sit and put that up under a pillow.
I very much don't think that it's broken.
I don't think it's broken either, but it needs elevated.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh,
I
let me
really
Get
like
like
it.
2
So
extra
cold-blooded.
pillows and stick it under his
Yeah.
foot.
Easily done.
let me see if I can do anything to help. And Cecil will put his hand there, and he will attempt to cast Cure Wounds. Nothing will happen.
Okay, yeah.
Nothing will happen.
I'll just look at Ansel like, did it work?
You recognize what you were trying to do. From my own spellcasting, unfortunately, no.
Oh, ran out of juice already, huh?
That can happen.
Oh, it's like 9:30. Crap.
Let's hope that we do not have any foes more fearsome than a bookshelf this day.
Or Xander.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey!
Xander.
I don't know what got into you today.
You're.
What brought this on? Why are you flinging spells at my friend?
I wasn't. I just got spooked. I'm sorry.
By what? Ansel is one of the most least threatening people in this house. I'm sorry, I mean no offense. You're scary on your own.
I understand.
I don't. Whatever. I can't put up with this.
Can everybody see your dog?
No.
Oh, okay.
You might notice it like an extra shadow, but you
Can I
know.
pet that now?
It's curious for me.
Can I pet that now?
Just sees like the shadow next to Avi is a little bit larger than what you expect.
Can I ride that shadow dog?
Technically, you are of a size category that could ride it.
Yeah,
We'll talk later.
it's a medium monstrosity.
Oh, Jesus Christ, never mind.
Monstrosity.
Yeah,
Good lord.
you're welcome.
Alright, well that's enough excitement. Who's ready for lunch, I guess?
As long as it's not mummy's wraps.
Yeah, I can't stomach mummy's wraps.
And just like that, more dreams are crushed.
It's not that I can't stomach mummy's wraps. I can't stomach being around Bracken around mummy's wraps.
We've just had it so often recently.
Honestly,
Because
like
it's so
there are-
good and good for
there are
you.
other restaurants here.
Yeah, but they cater so well to the palate.
As your discussions for where to partake in some sort of luncheon come forward, we do have our first ad break for the evening, so please stick around with us. We'll be right back to continue along with our story. Before we head out, I do just ask that you let the ads run. They help us out a ton here at Wildewitch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you want to directly support us, you can always do so through my Ko-fi, link for that's on screen. Donations to the Ko-fi unlock awesome perks to the entire community, benefiting everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, new quests, all sorts of fun things. So, stick around with us. We'll be back here very soon. Alright, we're back in action. As we are returning, it is as you had found Ansel, amongst a whole ton of books, helped him up, and now are, going back and forth on, where your group might like to get lunch from, for this day, as it seems like a good sort of, break from everything else that has been happening. I do believe that Mummy's Wraps has been vetoed by a few members of the party.
Then where are we going? Because I don't want to
What
go to
if-
that god-awful
what-
salad place.
Well, we don't need salad, but what if we get something like is there a place around here that does like pasta or soup
Yeah,
or
I don't think we've ever asked.
breadsticks?
You just wanted to go to a place that specializes in cheap Italian food?
What's Italian?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do they have an
Anyway.
O5 Jardin here?
Or what if there's a place that has like you
Miss-
can get for the table just a whole fried onion?
That sounds dreadful. Who the hell would do that?
Elsie.
Who sits down and eats a whole entire fried, just an onion just fried? That's it?
Brent, you're with me on this one.
So with you.
Look, I'm down for it, but if you just say, yeah, let's just eat a fried onion, you're gonna have people turning their heads and asking questions.
Ansel, where do you sit on fried onion?
Anyway. Miss Matilda, are you around?
Yeah, you can find Miss Matilda.
Hey, Miss Matilda, I don't know if we've ever done this, but, it seems like the time has come. Do you have any restaurant recommendations for places in the area that aren't Mummy's Wraps for some reason? Because everybody's not hungry for Mummy's Wraps, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I've got a few. Is there anything particularly that you're looking for?
Well, somebody wanted a fried onion. Somebody's in the mood for like cheap Italian, whatever that is. We could really kind of play the ball on this and spin it on the roulette wheel and find something good.
Well, if you're looking for the fried onion, there is actually a place that does that. It's called the Imperial Flower. Just in the most district. Caters to all sorts of vegetable dishes and the like.
So, just to be clear on that, is that like onion rings or like a whole onion that's just been dipped and fried?
They have both.
Oh, it's just a whole, an onion that was raw and then it was cooked.
Typically, they're shared amongst people, but yes.
Do you eat them like an apple? What's going on here?
But no, they cut it up so that way when it fries, it blooms like a flower.
Oh, well, shit, nobody said that. All right, cool, that sounds fine, I guess. Anyway, what else you got?
If you're looking for something a bit more varied in your presentations for different meals, I would recommend the Pink Brothers. They've got a nice setup in the Mausoleum district, not far from us here. A little more expensive, but is a whole variety of different. And if you are wanting something a little more casual, like a cafe, there is the Shovel and Shovel.
The what?
The Shovel and Shovel.
Chevelle means horse.
I just heard shovel and shovel.
I swear.
Also, why don't they just say horse? I want to go eat at the Horse and Shovel. Hey, what's up with that? The Pink Brothers. What's going on there?
But the Pink Brothers, they have a variety of different cuisines. I don't believe they were actual brothers in life, but they've teamed up in the aftermath. Coming here to do the war, and so they've got the pasta that you had been talking about. They've got a small selection of choice cut meats. There is a lovely soup option that they change quite frequently. The menu of very lovely place.
Is there is there anywhere in town that has like 300 things on their menu and it's all mediocre, but their dessert's pretty good?
Like fried macaroni balls.
Not that I am aware of. No.
Just a phone book of a menu and then like 30 things on the dessert menu that are technically the same but all taste different.
No, doesn't come to my mind at all.
That's crazy. All right, anyway, I figured this would be everywhere. All right,
Maybe in one of the different tables.
maybe. Hey, so I don't know about you guys, but I feel kind of fancy tonight. You guys want to check out those pink bros?
You want to go to a fancy restaurant?
Yeah, we deserve it. We've been doing a lot of work lately. We got a couple hours to kill.
What?
Oh my god!
What a phrase to use in Veiled Umbra.
I know what you mean.
You gonna wear that 17,000 piece suit?
Yeah, buddy.
I'm out.
Well, you see, that's how we get in. I walk up in my 32-piece suit, or 33, however many pieces it is.
75 piece.
It's another piece every time you put it on.
Keeps getting more and
I
more.
walk up in my 67-piece suit, and I say, I would like a table for 5, 6, 8. How many of us are going? Who wants to go to a fancy restaurant? Just give me a head count real quick. And I'll walk in and I'll say, I would like a table for however many. I assume that won't be a problem given my beautiful stature. And they will say, yes, of course, sir, right this way. And then we will get to sit and eat a nice meal. And that is how it's going to go. And I have no sign of any troubles happening because of it.
All right. I mean, if you want to go to the fancy restaurant, let's
I feel like we deserve it, right?
sure.
I mean, if you don't want to go to it, then we could go
I
somewhere
didn't.
else.
I didn't say I didn't want to go. I'm just happy that you want to go somewhere that's not serving burritos.
Hey, fair enough. Go have a nice lunch.
All right. Can we make it a late lunch? Can we?
I mean, I guess.
All right.
Kadrib and I just had a snack.
Okay. Well, I don't know why you're eating around lunchtime. You're going to spoil your appetite.
That's why
but
it's called
whatever.
a snack.
Well,
Well-
late lunch, early dinner.
We were working hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you were. Y'all did great out
Yeah.
there. I
Need
think
to
you were-
refill.
You were a little rough, but you know.
I don't want to say I got carried away, but I was really giving it to him. But he was doing good. He didn't.
I mean, I
Yeah,
was
but
looking
it's
from
good.
afar, so I mean, it looked pretty okay.
I'm just really giving it to him. God.
Hadrib runs up. Miss Avi, look at this new scar I got.
That's wonderful, honey.
Cecil's eyes go a little bit wide and goes, I don't think that was for me.
I'm not okay with that.
He's
With
okay
what?
with it.
Okay, that's fine. Good on you,
Xander,
Kadrib.
would
Good
you
on
like-
you.
Would you like to speak your mind
No,
on Kadrib's education?
Yeah, why don't you speak your truth?
no, I'm good. Good on you, Kadrib. And we're just totally changed the subject.
Hey, going through some bumps and bruises is just gonna make him stronger.
Hadrib's very excited to have a scar that's not from being picked on.
He is doing wonderfully. He's learned so much. He's proud of the scars that he has. And I think that's the end of the conversation, Xander.
I wasn't.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna
Xander.
say anything. I was gonna. Hold on.
Last I checked, you were in the doghouse for attacking ants.
What?
It was just
Huh?
a mix-up. I'm sure everything's okay now, right?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah, I'm
Bracken.
just messing with you.
Kadrib has all of his teeth still. Right, Kadrib? Cecil has no idea if he knocked any teeth out.
You see, like, Caterp just, like, hand in mouth. What? Yeah, I think I got them all.
You got all 3 of them? Okay.
I mean, there's more than 3, but those are the ones that are always loose.
Alright. Perfect.
There's just beaming pride from Avi. He can do no wrong.
Caterp's great.
I love him so much. I will riot if anything happens to him.
Let me make a note.
Yeah, I bet you will.
So, Bracken, do you go and put on your 12-piece suit? Or however many pieces it's up to at this point?
Bracken will go put on his 68-piece suit
My God.
to make a statement at this fancy restaurant so everybody knows that they are going to be a good company to sit.
I'm assuming no one else dresses entirely fancy.
I'll put a few of my nicer pieces on.
Put effort into it.
Okay.
Yeah, just, I mean, enough for a
We're
late
going to
lunch.
a nice lunch. We got nothing else going on today.
No armor. We'll be chill.
You keep calling it lunch. It's basically dinner at this point.
Well, we might go get fourth meal later.
Not getting fourth meal.
I want to see like a Bracken diary of like the meal times, and it's like all different names. So it's like you've got
Mhm.
breakfast, and then somewhere in the middle without like an actual time is lunch, and then you got fourth meal, and then after that's dessert.
It's just all mixed up. And
Yeah.
wackadoo.
100%.
It's meal anarchy, to be completely frank.
I love it. So, as you all dress up, you're able to get to the Pink Brothers, which is a nice location. Again, it's in the Mausoleum District, so it's not terribly far. It's inside the gates of the city of Gloom and War. And as you approach, you would notice that there seems to be some lights inside of it. It seems to be a popular place. And entering in, there is a hostess waiting. Oh, hello. How many in your party?
How many are in our party?
Who came with us, Faye?
We made sure to tell all the companions that we were going out to nice dinner.
Mm-hmm. You didn't give us a chance, but you know we did.
Okay. Well, how? Do. Okay. Alright, we'll have with you, Renan. So Ron's here. We've got
Ronnie.
Terraminder,
Yeah.
Cadrip,
Bracken still thinks her name is Ron.
we'll say that you've got Zephyriel with you. It's quite some time since I've been out of the house.
Oh, good.
Bless him.
Is Cadra up here?
Yes, Cadrib is here.
Those fancy clothes to use.
Of course.
Alright, so that's 4.
We'll say that's all who came.
Alright, so table for 8, please.
Certainly. Give me just one moment. They're finishing cleaning up from a previous party.
Very good.
Avi's knelt down eye level with Kedrib, going over table manners,
And rule.
making sure that he remembers everything that we've talked about before.
He's nodding intently.
I'm half imagining Avi giving one Katarib a smack on the back of the head before they get in there. And be like,
No,
you get one of those if you don't act right in there. Now go get in there. Now go.
my goodness. Remember, you put your napkin in your lap and then you use your fork when you eat.
Fork, not fingers.
Exactly. And if you need help cutting something up, you ask. You don't just tear at it with your teeth.
He looks down and... Okay. Gosh, dang it. You are seated at a fairly large table, oval in
What's the shape
shape.
of the table? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oval.
Yeah, oval.
That's odd.
Well, it's their restaurant, and it seems to be very piecemeal.
Interesting.
Yep. So you get an oval table.
Very well.
As you are all seated down, the server comes by and oh, you're living. Not that that's any sort of flaw or just unexpected.
Oh,
A pleasure to be serving you this evening. I am Harley. Can we get you started off with any drinks as this figure is passing out menus?
Bracken will peruse the cocktail menu and pick something that sounds delightful. Whatever that may entail.
Let me see if I can get you that.
Oh, goody. After all, we do have a couple hours to
Yeah, I'm sure.
Cool. You've got a sugar score, that catches your eye.
Okay, we'll go with it.
An excellent choice.
Y'all got sweet tea?
Of course we do. Would you prefer a green tea or a black tea?
Sweet tea's black tea, honey.
Typically, but we do have people with... It's fine. Black tea.
Sure you want to order sweet tea at a place that asks you if you want green tea or black tea for your sweet tea?
Having second thoughts, we'll find out when it comes to the table.
I'll go for whatever clean, clear liquor you have. Ice cold squeeze of citrus, please.
Of course.
I might as well get the same thing as you, Cecil. That actually sounds delightful.
Cecil nods in approval.
Alright. Your drinks are taken. They'll come out. You've got, of course, the sugar score, which Bracken, as it's placed in front of you, has a garnish of burnt sugar atop of it on the foam. The rest of it seems to be of a creamy, almost light brown in color, but it seems to have a very sort of thick, milky texture to it.
Yeah, it's very good.
And then sweet tea comes out. It's average. Nothing terribly good.
Is it like, okay, on a scale of unsweet to McDonald's sweet tea, where are we sitting?
It's definitely closer to the unsweet, but you can tell that they actually put in the sugar while it was still hot.
Mm-hmm.
It just it
He
ain't.
had 3 whole packs of
They're trying to
Sprite.
poison me.
Yeah. Uh, you definitely better than the places that make you put the sugar in yourself. Not as good as
Mhm.
homemade. Um,
This ain't sweet enough. They're trying to poison me.
for the others, you get a nice glass of gin with a squeeze of lemon, and it comes with the garnish of the twist. As the drinks are placed in front of you, and as the rest of the companions get their drinks placed in front of them as well, you have, of course, the menus in front of you, which do have a collection of different cuisine styles. It seems that this is perhaps some sort of fusion place. They do have a lot of pasta dishes, some more intriguing items, but Harley, who seems to be your server, now, do you need a few minutes, or shall I take your orders now?
Cecil hasn't touched his menu, but he says, "I'm ready when everyone else is.
All right.
No rush. I'm just ready."
Well, Bracken will panically look over his menu a little bit faster, as he thought everyone was on the same page of not really looking at it yet, but he's browsing through it very quickly.
I saw a chicken parm and I decided.
Well, then, why don't we start with you, sir? As he'll look to Cecil.
Still having not touched his menu, Cecil just looks. "I'll have the fried onion, please."
God damn it. Do they even have that here?
That's up to Harley to tell me.
We're gonna find out here real quick. I'm gonna roll a die.
Oh my God. I hope to God you get just a straight up fried onion.
Fried onion, sir.
No petals, no
That's right.
nothing.
Of course.
Great, thank you.
We get 2 of those. This is a big table.
Certainly.
I mean, I was just gonna eat one myself.
Well, we need one to
Another
share
one for the
too.
table. Okay, yes, perfect.
Come on, Cecil.
I didn't know anyone else wanted one. I'm sorry.
I was the one who.
But yeah, it's cool. Everything's cool. We're cool. 2 fried onions, please.
2 fried onions. And you, as he'll turn to Avi, what can I do for you?
Chicken parm, please.
Of course. He'll then turn to Xander.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? Chicken paw.
Of course.
And chicken what?
Parm.
And you, sir.
Yeah, let me do a wedge salad to start, blue cheese dressing on that. And I'll do a the bone-in. How big is that for on that steak there?
Oh, let me just roll something here real quick.
Oh yeah.
Alright, oof,
Yeah.
that was not a good roll.
3-ounce steak.
Yeah.
3-ounce.
It's actually a series of medallions cooked in different ways. Out.
Current selection of steaks are about 8 to 10 ounces. It's the bone-in. You'd be getting about an 8, not an 8, 10 ounce on that.
Yeah, we'll skip that. Let me do the. You know what? Let me do the pork chops. I'll take that.
Of course.
Excellent. And whatever this printed is, going to take.
All right. So as everyone's orders are taken, Cadrib
What?
going for the same. Cadrib's gonna go for the same order as Bracken.
Wedge salad and pork chops? Hell yeah.
Yeah. Terraminder's gonna take the soup of the day.
What is the soup?
It is a. Hold on, I've got a soup generator.
What's the manager's name, Faye?
Don't ask me that. I do have a soup thing though.
A soup generator?
I've got a soup rollable table.
Holy.
That sounds
Only
like
a
a
wild.
smart thing to
Everyone watching this at home. Only a Wildewitch will you get a soup table for your NPCs.
To be fair, I have this for the other Burning Veil roll group.
Hell yeah.
Like cream of alumontorium or something.
So let me just roll something here real quick.
I would love if Xander ordered that.
It makes me wish I did.
It's not too late.
So the soup of the day is a chickpea stew. So it's like packed filled with all sorts of spices and
Sounds Mediterranean.
it does sound very Mediterranean. It is. And so different sort of spices, some I'll say it's got like a bit of a tomatoey base. Again, a lot of the protein comes from the chickpea. Doesn't have any sorts of meats in it. It's delicious. And then Renan will get something akin to a summer salad. So it's got like grilled protein, all sorts of fruits, nuts added onto it. It's enough. Zephyriel, much like Cecil, does not need to look at the menu. Not so much that he's been here before, but he has a very simple palate that doesn't really change no matter where you go.
tell me he ordered chicken fingers.
He wasn't originally, but now I want to change it to that.
My goodness.
Screw it. Yeah, he gets chicken fingers.
I hate him so much.
So,
Are you well?
Wait, who got chicken fingers?
Zephyriel?
the professor.
Jesus Christ, of course.
Seems like a Bracken order, honestly.
How dare you?
And then whatever your seasonal sides are. So as all the orders are taken, yes, it will be a few minutes, but I will bring out your food as it when it's sorted. And Harley will back off, allowing you all to enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the space.
at us. Having a nice meal out. All right, cool. Glad we talked about it.
Yeah, Avi is kind of turned around. They're talking very quietly amongst themselves.
About a certain professor's order.
It might be.
Bracken leans in to begin having that conversation with Terry, but I'm assuming Terry like slaps him on the thigh a little bit.
Don't be mean.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Kind of
Oh, God.
quietly. Xander, are you doing okay?
Yeah. I need to not think about it.
Well, you can't run from these sorts of things.
Well, I mean, I talked about it a little bit earlier, but
Did you talk about it enough?
no, we agreed that we should talk later. When she's a little bit better. But I mean, I I I didn't want to bring it up earlier because I know you guys knew him better, but Ozira, what do you know what happened to him?
Well, I didn't have any conversations with him myself directly, but um, he left before without saying much. We just kind of stumbled upon him at the party,
Hmm.
but
I might ask Avi about it later. I know she probably wouldn't want to talk about it, but I need to know. I need to know what's going on.
he it seems like he, like last time, just wanted to follow his own path, and I'm not sure if he disagreed with where we typically stand on things, or thought he was better to go it alone, or didn't think we could handle things, but it's okay either
Hmm.
way.
Yeah. I just
Is Natriana okay?
Yeah, she's doing a lot better. Um I I so much of this is bringing back old wounds, but for me, I care too deeply about her. I don't care whether if there's some things she doesn't remember or if there are other things she does, but it's not really her. Like I just is it You know what? I'm going to ask you this because there are just things that I don't understand, but is it normal to feel doubt with things like this?
With things like what specifically?
Well, on the topic of like possession, and then I. Okay, let me preface this. I have a. I have doubts that some of what me and Natriana had was not fully her. It was the person possessing her.
I don't think that's unfair to question that, but I've got an easy solution for you. Just ask.
Yeah. You see Xander, kind of starts sniffling a little bit. I, um, I, I don't. I shouldn't think about it. I just need to have some fun with some friends and just ask her later when we get back.
Maybe do maybe bring her a dessert to go.
Do you think she would like that?
You know her better than I do.
Well,
Would you prefer a small 8-ounce steak to go, or a bottle of wine to go?
Or a fried onion.
Perhaps a fried onion? I don't even know what it is, but I ordered it so confidently.
I'll just get her a dessert. Oh no. I think a dessert is the safest bet, but
And
I
it's
was gonna
it's
give her some aftercare, or just,
nice.
be with her.
Nice.
Well, see, okay. Where I come from, I think things are a little bit different. But we were a pretty limited society. We couldn't travel around and find things. What we had is what we had for the most part. Trade was very limited, and anything that we had, we made ourselves. So it wasn't necessarily about what was given, but it's more about the thought of you thinking about someone and giving it to them, whether it's something you carved out of an old table leg or something super rare that came in on one of those rare trade caravans. It was more about the gesture.
Yeah, I know I've told you all that's happened to me, but sometimes my views are just I don't know what's normal and what isn't, because I've never, I mean, I don't think any of us have experienced just a somewhat normal life. And also, there are things I miss. I'm not good at socializing, which is why I picked such an isolating uh profession.
Well, I promise that what was normal for you wasn't the same normal for me or for Bracken or Avi or anyone. We we get to decide what normal is and what we want it to be, and that's what we work towards.
I guess my version of normal is more extreme because I just have been on the run for so long.
Cecil just nods. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you're
I,
comfortable with, you make that your normal and pursue it.
mm, yeah, but I feel like I take things too seriously.
Then don't.
It's not a simple thing of just don't. The, it's a whole mental process for me.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah,
Sometimes you gotta find someone that meshes with your own kind of crazy. We're all a little bit crazy in our own way. Just got
yeah,
someone that doesn't conflict with that wavelength and that meshes with it.
yeah, but I don't think you. Mm,
Yeah, you just need someone that'll keep all your teeth.
Cecil looks,
I
nods, and goes, "Hell yeah!"
yeah, that's a great analogy. Xander just nods and smiles softly. No, I just I can tell that I'm wired differently.
Then what?
I
We're all wired differently.
well, I mean, I don't they like they like start messing with their hands a little bit, like making almost repetitive movements. I
Cecil's just kind of gesture to Caterpie. Have you met this guy? No offense.
well,
Have you met that guy? He points at Bracken.
well,
It's
I
okay.
Just going to town on a wedge salad.
Yeah, the salads came out first, as well as one of the fried onions. But as this is happening, Cadrip leans over to Bracken. Should I be offended?
No. No.
Probably not.
Okay.
No, you shouldn't. You're perfect just the way you are.
Well, I mean, I can get better with my fighting, so that way I can better protect you.
You're right. Forget what I said. Ron, have you ever had this fried onion before? It'll change your life.
Please tell me this is just a ball of a fried onion.
No, it
It's the petals.
yeah, it's the petals. Though it does seem to be more artisanal than just, cutting up everything. Like they seem to have some twists in there. They've added some garnishes to it.
What's going on with the sauce on this? What we got there?
You've got a aioli sauce on the side. For dipping.
Bracken will take some of the fried onions and add them to, or onion petals and add them to his wedge salad because that sounds awesome.
All right. Yeah, easily done.
I just lean over to Cecil. Sometimes the way he eats just
Yeah, I know.
scares me.
Yeah, I know. And it's not always like the visual. A lot of times it's the sound.
Yeah.
Always the sound.
It sounds like he's going to town on something wet.
What?
Yeah, the salad and the ale.
Yeah. Sloppy style. They just say it with a straight face looking at you.
Doubling down on it.
Cecil's just gonna politely excuse himself and turn back to Catherine.
I'm really fishing for it, huh?
Yeah, okay. Alright, so little guy.
So Cadrip has made the improvement of using his fork, but he's not using his fork in like the most polite way. He's like filling it up as much as he can before he puts it in his mouth.
Hell yeah. Him and Bracken.
We're working on it. We're working
Yeah.
on it.
It's
Stabbing things
definitely
at the wrong end.
it's definitely an improvement. But he just like waves from across where he's sitting towards Cecil as Cecil turns to look at him.
Baby steps.
What, he likes food. Is there something wrong with that?
No, he's doing great. Just the effort that's going into this. Incredible.
So, as the rest of the meals come out, all the entrees are placed in front of you, sizzling. The table begins to smell all sorts of good food. There is a apple-based reduction alongside the pork chops. They are served with mashed potatoes and green beans. Chicken parm is on they are perfectly al dente noodles. Comes with a option of fresh grated parmesan.
Yeah, I'll tell you when to stop.
It seems
People's
mildly
eyes are getting wider and wider.
mildly threatening.
Bring it on to mama.
So,
You're gonna need another wedge.
oh my goodness. Next. So yeah, you guys are able to get as much cheese as you want for your fresh grated parmesans. And yeah, it's the onion in front of Cecil is you can see the glistening oils. It does come with its own aioli sauce on the side. Yeah, you've got a lovely spread of food for everybody.
Excellent.
Has Cadrip handling the pork chop?
He's definitely trying. Let's see how well
Mhm.
he's doing.
Bracken will order a nice beer with his dinner.
Um, he manages to get one cut, but you hear the sound as it like
Ooh.
clatters. And then it's like wide-eyed looking around, and then like he leans in and I can't cut it. It's tough.
It's alright, honey. I got you.
Send it back in a new one.
No. And I will pull his plate a little closer, start cutting it up nice and small bite-sized pieces, while still continuing her conversation. Very mom behavior over here.
I love it. I must say, these are some of the finest chicken tenders I have seen being in Vildamra.
Hey man, good for you. I don't
Like-
know how you want me to respond to that, so I'm just gonna be as polite as possible because Terry asked me to.
Quite the connoisseur, you may say.
Well, I see that it is no desire of mine to spend extra thoughts on things that I shouldn't have to, such as what I wish to eat. Most places are quite adept at making chicken tenders, though some are better than others, so I typically just tend to order them.
Yep.
Leaves me with the capability of continuing on my projects most of the time when I'm out enjoying foods outside of my house. I brought work with me.
Bracken will lean over to Terry and be like, okay, I get, ordering tenders is one thing, but are we gonna justify it as well? Like, I don't see what's...
I don't think he gets out very often.
Fair enough, fair enough.
The opposite is happening on the other side of the table. Like, I understand having one thing that you like to eat, but on a menu there's so many things. Why on earth would you order just chicken fingers? Like, I get it, they're good, but I mean, there's so many options. So what the fuck is he doing?
We're out to dinner at this point. Bracken will send it like put his fingers up to his head like he's trying to message Avi something, but he doesn't have mess. Oh,
You
wait,
have
we got
the
the rings. We got the
Yeah,
rings.
you got the rings.
So he'll do a Professor X and put like 2 fingers on his temple and like shoot over to Avi and be like, "You seeing this shit?
Yeah, I'm seeing it, but
What the fuck is happening here?"
And
I don't
literally
know.
everyone else is also getting this conversation because it's on the rings.
I
You
I
don't
just
have it.
look over and
I-
I'm like, listen, sometimes people don't want to try new things and inconvenience the people making it. So they just get the same thing they always do because it's nice. And they
Table
know
goes
it's going to be
quiet.
good.
Table's quiet, all eyes on Xander.
I just look over at Cecil and I just give him the look of like, you see what I'm saying?
No.
No.
Cecil says nothing, just takes a bite of this onion.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm not making any judgments. I also like the idea of predictability, especially with a meal.
God, this is like a true family dinner experience. As Avi, you're able to finish up the cutting of the meat, Cadrib again goes to town, loading up the fork way more
Try
than it
getting
should.
less on your fork, honey.
Hey,
1 or 2 pieces at a time is fine.
okay.
Listen, you gotta. If it's tough, you got a couple of loose teeth. You wanna. You don't want to overwork them.
I haven't swallowed teeth in a few weeks, so
Well, that's good. Let's keep it that way.
Did you
Let's
say
not
swallow?
swallow any more. Let's not swallow any more. Ever.
okay.
All right.
Kadrib, I have a question. And let me know if this is too personal, okay? I'm gonna need an okay from you.
Yeah, okay.
Do your teeth grow back?
No. I
Open
lost...
up.
Yeah, okay. And he
What are we
opens...
working with in here?
You see it's a lot of, there's gold teeth in there, but you can also see, a lot of ceramics as well.
Okay, I gotta ask a question.
Some
Also,
wood ones, donkey teeth.
okay, yeah, Kadra, of the ones that are not teeth, are they all yours?
Yeah, I had them made for me.
Okay, so you don't have other people's teeth in there,
I bought them off of people, so...
but they're
Oh,
teeth.
no. Oh, no.
They're not.
That
It's
doesn't
not like
answer the question.
it's not like a shiny rock that is acting like a tooth. You bought actual teeth from unknown sources to put in your mouth.
No, I knew the people I was working with.
Okay, that you were working with, but do you know you have other people's teeth in your mouth? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
And you
I-
just keep anytime you lose one, you just go. You got a teeth guy?
I did when I was in Atravenza. I don't have a teeth guy here, so I gotta be careful if I lose them.
We're working on that too.
We're working on finding a teeth guy?
Yeah. I want to get him a whole new set.
I think it's called a dentist, but I could be wrong.
What's a dentist?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
Say work on teeth, bud.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just went to... there was a fairy that was in the Atravenza. Came by the gang's house a lot. And so... Yeah, he did all sorts of teeth work. And he made this one right here. And he, like, opens up and points to one of the back teeth. He made that one special for me.
That's lovely.
How did you pay your teeth guy?
With other teeth.
Well, I mean, he didn't ask for, like money. He asked for a lot of, like, weird things. So I would just sort of...
Weird things?
Yeah, like one time
Oh, no.
he wanted the seaweed that comes from a kelpie, so like that was a lot of help.
Wow. Kadra was just going on this list of weird things. These will just have just a briefest moment of, should I put this juice that I have in this vial just in his drink just to get it over with?
Avi's close to tears hearing about Kadrib's old life.
Bracken is completely infatuated at his pork chop. He does not want to say anything. He knows he will get in trouble. He is head down, meal focused.
All right, buddy. We'll find you a new. You know what? I might know of a teeth person.
Really?
What about that skeleton we met?
No, you're not gonna take the skeleton's teeth. What's wrong with you?
No, I'm not. He sold a bunch of
It's
stuff.
all he has. He's really just all teeth if you think about it. Anyway, no, maybe Convin can help.
I want to get him normal teeth.
What does that mean?
Like the loose. I just want to get him all new teeth.
We gotta go to dentures.
Where are their teeth?
The skeleton.
Stop! No.
True.
Can we do this magically?
I don't know.
Can I use mending on Kadrib's face? No, that his mouth. I don't know it.
I'd
Pictures.
say if you want to think of a magic way, you can roll an Arcana roll.
Oh, hell yeah.
But
Natural 20.
24.
Oh my god.
This man's gonna get teeth plus 5.
Yep.
Why would you want more teeth?
I want him to have magic teeth now. I'm sorry. That's my game now.
No, I don't want magic teeth. I just want normal,
He's gonna have like 3
regular
rows.
teeth for my boy.
we'll
He's
have
gonna
to
be like a
see.
Pac-Man.
We'll have to see what your results get you after our upcoming ad break. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna cry. I'm laughing so much. Uh, we're heading out here. Please let the
Aw.
ads run. They help us out a ton, so much here at Wildewitch RP. Direct donations happen at wildewitch.com. There's a link for that on screen and in our chat room. Donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community, benefiting everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, and even new quests. So hang out with us. We'll see you all very soon.
Ordering a grilled cheese when you go
Yeah.
out.
What the hell?
I can't tonight. Welcome back.
The filler episodes that get us the best.
You
The
guys,
worst part is it's my fault that he ordered chicken tenders.
Yeah, so you shouldn't be yelling at me.
so you guys are, as we were returning, you guys were thinking about, magical ways to, fix the teeth thing.
Right.
Cecil and Avi, there is a spell, quite a powerful spell, that you are aware of that comes to your mind, known as Regenerate. You can, regrow, severed, or lost limbs, from the target receiving the spell. It would be a way to get natural teeth for Catrib, in the form of a magical intervention.
Hmm. Oh, we could do it with magic. It's just out of my
Complicated.
reach.
Maybe I can do
For
it.
now.
I don't know. I haven't
think
messed
it-
around enough yet.
I think it's even out of your reach.
What? Hang on. I did 2 things today, and they're pretty
Ansel?
small. Oh,
Ansel, maybe? Not Triana, though I don't want to ask her for anything. She's still kind of woozy. Ansel might be able to. And if not, I'm just gonna go and buy a spell scroll. So that's the thing that we can do, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's always an option for magic stuff. Just buy like a little book with it.
If they have a store that sells scrolls, yeah.
We'll ask Ansel when we get home. How's that sound?
Good start.
What am I going to do with my other teeth?
Keep them,
We
sell them.
can put them in a little jar for you.
My teeth are supposed to stay in my mouth.
Right, but you're gonna get new ones.
Am I going to have to do more jobs?
No,
Not unless you want to.
no, honey. We're not gonna ask you for anything to get new teeth.
Okay.
but do you want a job?
Well, I mean, that's how I got all my other teeth.
You
did
don't need to
jobs
worry
for-
about. You don't need to worry about that anymore.
Everything you're doing now is your job. How about that?
Okay.
You look at me in the eyes, Catrip. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you.
And he'll nod.
Internally, Cecil's not there yet.
Whatever doesn't have Avi glaring and Catrip crying at the table on the outside, though. Alright, so, as the conversation of teeth comes and goes, you're able to finish your meals. Harley comes back. Well, I hope everything was to your satisfaction. Can I interest anyone in the party for dessert?
Cecil gives a strong elbow to Xander.
Yes.
Well,
Sorry.
then,
What?
Here, and Harley will provide you a smaller, like pulling out from his apron, a smaller dessert menu.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Do you have an? You know what? Never mind. I'll just look. What are just some 3 options?
They're written right there.
I'm
Can
asking
you read?
Faye.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, so, as you are looking over, there is a creme brulee, there is a...
Cream gruel.
Don't get me. There is a gourmet cookie that comes served a la mode, covered in all sorts of fudge and other sauces. And then you've got a cheesecake. As for 3 random options. There's more, but 3 random options.
I think we'll go with the cheesecake.
Classic choice. Would anyone else be interested in dessert?
Yeah, Cecil, like, yeah, I'll take 2 of something to go, please, while making eye contact with Xander.
I was gonna order 2.
You already ordered and you didn't. Whatever. 2 to go for me, please.
Of course.
Bracken will share whatever dessert Terry wants.
Terry will go for the creme brulee.
Perfect.
Still like a coconut cake.
Coconut.
It's not a coconut cake, but they do have a, what they, in their writings, it's a mix between a macaroon and a, flaming Alaska. So, it's got coconut on the outside. It comes with a whole entourage of being, displayed quite showy. Nice spongy on the interior, side meringue.
Yeah, alright. We'll go for that.
Alright. As desserts are picked up, orders, menus taken, space cleared, it's a few moments, a few minutes. You're able to get drink refills for anyone who wants them, new drinks for anyone who wants them. And then dessert comes out. Some that were packed to go already in a bag, ready for when you are leaving. The rest of you, those that are sharing, come out with 2 sets of utensils. The dish that Avi orders, as it is placed down, you can see it is currently in a sort of flame. They do a shake of cinnamon atop of it to none of the actual spice ever hits the dish, as it's all covered in the flame, and then quick prestidigitation or produce flame or control flame. You don't quite recognize the spell, but it consumes the flames, leaving just the dessert.
What a show.
You're all able to dig in.
I'll like set aside the piece for Natriana, and then I'll just like start slowly eating my piece.
Cecil is baffled at this.
What?
Nah, it's cool.
Okay. And I'll just continue eating my piece.
Alright.
I have scooched my plate so it's between me and Ron. I'm not gonna eat all of this by myself.
Bracken's trying to be on his best behavior. The dessert for Terry.
Yeah, Ron will smile and and we can share it.
Well, that's what I was hoping.
And as you're able to share that easily, Bracken acted on your best behavior.
Is it obvious that Bracken is trying to act well?
Very much so.
Since Cecil's are boxed up to go, Cecil would like to cast a. Cecil would like to use Minor Illusion
Okay.
while Bracken is distracted with dessert and Terraminder, just to create like a fly buzzing noise that gets closer and then further away from his ears.
On who?
On you.
On me?
On Bracken.
Messed up.
Would you like to determine to make a roll to determine what's going on with the sound?
Sure. I suppose I would.
That's going to be an investigation check, please.
That may or may not be in my favor. Let's find out. Investigation. 11?
You did not beat my DC.
Bracken will occasionally swat around his head. What the hell is this?
Cecil's leaning over to Kadra like, hey, watch this, as he's doing it. I'll only do it for a minute, and then I'll let Bracken go back to his dessert with Terraminder.
All right.
It's messed up, man.
And at this point, I will say that you're all able to enjoy your desserts or your pranks through dessert. No judgment. Those of you that have shared.
I hope.
Those of you that share, most of the dessert is gone. Others who did not might have a little bit left over on their plate. But at the end, Harley comes out and will place the bill down on the table. I will be back in just a moment to collect.
Cecil lunges.
Okay. Cecil has the bill.
Ha! Cool. Then, once I got my hand on, I'll just slowly sit back down.
You know we share all our money, right?
So I was telling Xander about something earlier that, sometimes it's just about the gesture.
You know what? You're right. Forget I said anything. Thank you,
Thank
Cecil.
you.
Slight nod. Hell yeah. And since I carry a bag of money, of all my money on me at one time, hopefully I have enough. What's the damage, Faye?
I'm calculating that for you right now.
Oh, now I'm nervous.
Oh boy.
So, for all of you,
Faye's looking at my gold total.
it comes to, for the evening, 80 gold pieces.
Alright, we can do that. Cecil will leave 100 gold pieces on the table.
All right. At the there is, of course, the return of Harley, who takes this, and you're welcome to finish off any of your drinks, but we thank you for coming to the Pink Brothers, and he wishes you a good night as he moves to whatever other duties he has here.
I think we deserve that. Good job, everybody.
Yes, thank you for suggesting it, Bracken.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us know, Terminder will say. It was nice to come out.
Yes. Thank you, Bracken.
And thank you, Cecil.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cecil.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Thank you,
Cecil.
Cecil. W's in the chat for Cecil.
W's chat. All right. What the hell is he on about?
Anyway, I'm gonna go talk to Nostriana before I retire for the evening.
You know we have to walk back together, right?
Well, yeah, but just just saying what I'm doing once we get back.
So, you are able to return to the Ravenier Manor. It is not difficult at all to make your way back. What do you do as you each return?
I got Kedra by the hand. We're gonna go find Ansel.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough to find Ansel. He's in, he's moved from the study that he was in earlier, to another, workroom. No longer, it seems, terribly sensitive on his foot. Still treating it, you know, gently, but...
Hey, Ansel.
Pleasure to meet you, Avi. Or see you. Not really. We met before. I'm been
You're cute.
stuck in
How's
my
your foot?
books. Better. I didn't want to risk walking too much on it. Otherwise, I would have joined for dinner. I just taking it easy.
Well, that's good. I have we have a question. We were talking a bit about Cadrib's teeth, and Cecil and I we were thinking maybe there's a way to fix his teeth magically, and we both thought of that regenerate spell. Was hoping maybe you could help, or if you can't, you might know somebody who could.
That spell is quite powerful. Currently beyond my capabilities, but given some time, I could reach such levels.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would just... I don't know if anyone... If there's anyone left at the Temple of Salanthra that I was raised in, but I could always ask around if we find ourselves in other areas that have temples. I'm sure that there's definitely some holy healer out there that is more prolific than my capabilities.
That is very helpful. So it might have to wait till we get home, huh?
Potentially.
Yeah. Can you wait for that, bud?
I mean, my teeth are... They stay in my mouth good enough, so...
Okay. Well, all right then.
with that, is there anything else that you would do?
Is that for Avi or anybody?
Uh, that was Avi specifically, but if anyone else has anything,
Yeah. Cecil would take the 2 desserts that he brought back. He would go to the kitchens and find a bottle of either red or white, whichever would match the desserts better, and he would go and knock on someone's door. Because
that
it's your store.
is that going to be Carissa?
Carissa, sorry, yeah.
All right. Yeah, you definitely as you knock on the door, it takes a few moments, but Carissa does open. Oh, a pleasant surprise. Come in.
Yeah, we missed you at dinner. I wasn't really in charge of getting the word around, and everything kind of happened real fast, but there's a couple of desserts here I thought you might like your pick.
Thank you. And we'll say that you've got a cheesecake and a creme brulee here, and of the two, she'll take the cheesecake.
I'm going to make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage for reasons.
Okay.
Oh my god, chat. Incredible. Okay. So, yeah, okay. Yeah. How do you feel about Ozira leaving?
That is a tricky one. I remember Ozira first coming to Winterdale, and then he left at some point to do his own thing. Not that I could blame him for such decisions. And that's why I'm traveling with you all. So that way I could do my own thing. And as she says this, she's kind of looking off towards her desk. I must say that I'm not quite, perhaps as heartbroken. I have heard some murmurs around how he left. It's always difficult when you have to think of a ally as a potential enemy.
Well, I hope he doesn't end up on the other side. I still think he's a good man. Perhaps he's just trying to go about the same thing that we are, but in his own way.
Perhaps.
I can use magic now.
I heard through some of the
Cadrip shouting.
it was definitely the spectacle at breakfast, but I heard of some other capabilities that you might have.
Yeah, kind of came to some realization, and it just kind of happened last night, and it's pretty cool. I'm still trying to figure it out. Seems to have some pretty strict limits, but I'll figure it out.
Some people excel when there are limitations for them to work within. I have no doubt that you'll do brilliantly, whatever you find yourself.
Well, that's very kind of you to say. I appreciate the confidence. I'm not sure I quite have that confidence in myself yet. Things are still a bit tricky.
I'm sure within time and practice, you'll have the same confidence with your magic as you do with your bongos.
Cecil's one of his eyebrows just kind of raises in surprise a little bit. And then suddenly he stands up and just kind of pushes his chair back. And Carissa, from where I'm from, honesty is very important. And I'm going to be honest here. I ate an entire fried onion, and my tummy doesn't feel well. So I will bid you good evening, and Cecil will exit the room urgently.
Oh, bless him.
All right, Cecil rushes out.
He will stick his head.
Yeah, let's go.
He will stick his head back in the doors. You can finish whatever. Bye.
I have to go.
Beautiful.
I have to go.
And that concludes Cecil's evening. Thank you.
Amazing. So the rest of you, anyone who's just kind of around on the first floor, or near the residential rooms, just see where Cecil runs.
See a really tiny fast footsteps like pata 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 pata.
It's like my head is on a swivel as I just watch him run past. Jesus, is he okay?
Just really quickly, I assume Cecil's got like some sort of training dummy.
They've been training on trees, if I remember correctly.
Just trees. Yep.
Great.
Silas is
I'm
not
gonna-
happy.
I'm still hanging out with Kadrib. We'll go outside and kind of talking about training. So you'll practice on what tree? Which tree exactly?
That one.
And he points, and you can see it's like all sort of like, it's got like notches in it from where it's been hit with the spear. It's dented from being hit with a mace and a hammer.
All right. Sure, it's that one.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna make myself believe that that's a very threatening tree, and it's trying to hurt me. And just to test it out, focusing on that tree, I'm gonna go, Arcturus, get him! And hope that something happens.
Let me just look at something here real quick.
Yeah.
So, for the purposes of the Hound of Omen, your hound does not target the tree, but for flavor, the creature does come when you call, and sort of gives you a look between you and the tree, and then back to you.
Don't look at me like I'm stupid. I get that it's not a person. I'm
Roll
sorry.
roll me either persuasion or intimidation, your choice.
They're the same, but I want him to be my friend. 26.
Looking very nonplussed, very uninterested. It just does a slow walk next to the tree. It'll sit down, and then it disappears into the shadows. You still know that it's there, but sort of as a appeasement to having called it for a non-threat.
Alright, good boy. I'm done. I think it's bedtime.
Yeah, I need to make sure that my fancy clothes don't get dirty like the other ones.
And you hear the swish of Kadrib's skirts.
Do they need wash?
No, I didn't get any food on them.
I mean, not those ones, but the other ones. I patched all the holes.
Yeah, they might need to be washed.
Alright, well, You give them to me. I'll wash them.
Okay.
All right.
So, the two of you are able to head inside. Bracken, are you doing anything?
Nah, nothing in particular.
All right, yeah.
We had a good night out. I think it's time to just retire and enjoy the evening.
Take off your what? How many pieces are we at in the suit now?
It's 68.
Yeah,
Good
68
old
piece.
72-piece suit.
Yep, there it is.
Good old 76-piecer right there.
A good old 99-piece suit. Sorry.
Wouldn't it just be easier to like put all the pieces together and
Yeah,
make it
but-
like a one suit?
Yeah, but that's how like fancy people like more pieces in their suit because it shows like status or something. So like
Ah. Well,
at least that's from what I picked up, you know.
well, maybe like you could count like each panel and each button as like its own piece. That way you can get like you can maximize the pieces.
I like the way you think. That's why you're my favorite.
Terminder's face goes entirely red as she's like hiding a shy smile.
This Bracken's like working on kicking off boots.
Yeah. So as you two are able to retire, Sander, you had some intentions.
Yes. I go up to where Natrion is and I knock on the door. Hey, it's me.
Yeah, it's Natriana's room, so not terribly far from yours. I'm... it's open.
As I walk in, is she like laying on a bed?
You can see that she is, she's sitting up on her bed, looks like she was perhaps, she's not like, it looks almost like she was trying to get up, but she sort of relaxes a little bit.
I walk over to her and I sit on her bedside. I got you a piece of cheesecake.
Thank you.
And I like open it and I like lay it out for her.
She'll take a bite out of it. I guess...
How are you? Oh, sorry.
I guess this is the point where we talk.
Yes. I was trying to come up with better words that maybe didn't sound as, I wouldn't say harsh, but I just was everything that we had real, or was it her at the forefront of everything?
We don't know. It feels real, but I feel when I look back on memories, a lot of my memories since meeting all of you, it's fuzzy. Like, it's not all there. So, maybe she was always present. But I was always present too. Maybe there was some of her influence on how things played out. You know, to ingratiate me further into the group. I don't know.
I just... I'm just concerned that everything that we had and experienced, it was all a lie, and I got scared. And I just I I don't know how many times I can say it, but I deeply care for you. To the point where I felt as if I were betraying your trust in a way of of and I feel like I should apologize for doubting you. That I just it it hurts to see someone go through that, and to not know if
I still care about you. I care about our friends. But like I said, everything's fuzzy. I don't know what was touched or tainted. I don't know if these feelings developed because of me or because of Cariante. I don't know. And I'm not gonna try and make you have to know either. Just trying to figure out everything. It's messy. And I don't know that, like, I'm physically okay, but I don't know how I am else-wise. Like, it's draining.
I know. I I even though I don't truly understand how and why it happened, I understand that it can be draining, but I guess one last thing that I wanted to ask was, did you I feel like I may have just taken advantage of you, but I didn't know, and I don't want you to feel forced into anything.
Maybe it was fuzzy, but I'm not taking that back. I don't have regrets. I don't know what this means for us going forward. I care a lot for you, and maybe one day that could be love, but I don't know that I'm there yet.
Yeah. I I move myself to where it's kind of like I'm sitting with her on her bed, and I just have her in my arms, and I'm just like smoothing her hair and just trying to be there for her, because I feel like that's all I can do at this point.
She'll lean in, head on your shoulder.
Is it okay if we just sit here in silence and just be with each other?
I'm okay with that.
Okay, well.
As the evening progresses, as it turns to a time more suitable for laying down and sleeping and resting, are there any other moments this night that people wish to shine a spotlight on? Any dreams? Any preparations? Any conversations?
I do.
I guess Xander's dreams are usually they're pretty much the same. They either repeat scenarios and they imagine what it could have been in other ways, forms. But tonight it feels different. They hear a very familiar voice, one that they haven't heard in quite some time. And they just feel this sense of home and safety. But they can just slowly feel some of their energy, like their magic of just shadows and death begin to just be siphoned out of them. It's to the point where it surrounds them and they're just floating in what seems like this abyss, but all they can hear is that comforting voice. Not of who they thought was their friend, but that one person that even they blocked out of their memory, but it seems like it seems that memory of that voice reemerged. And they just feel like they're accepting their fate in this almost nightmarish landscape of feeling of just, I wouldn't say giving up, but letting go.
At the end of the night, morning comes. With the new morning, you have a new day. Perhaps a day where you reach out to Desivara to continue the plans against Karyan. But we will see what this new day brings in our next session. So, thank you to all of our players for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I will see you in our next stream. Until then, head over to wildewitch.com. You can check us out there. You can join us in our Discord if you'd like to jump into a game yourself or just keep up to date with all of our announcements. Follow us here on Twitch if you want to catch our live streams. We've got some exciting things coming up, including a personal quest happening tomorrow evening. If you want to catch our VODs, that happens over on YouTube. But as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.